Hello everybody, now in this video I'm gonna show you how to disassemble and replace a screen for Samsung A70. So let's hit the back cover up with a heat gun or something similar until the glue is softened, about 15 to 20 seconds, and then we use a card similar to this or a tool similar that you can go under the back cover and slide the tool around, just like I'm showing you here. Okay, now this part is stuck pretty good, so be very gentle. Probably somebody else has already replaced something in this phone because it was very easy to come off. The back cover was very easy to come off. So, okay, now that we have separated the two parts, we proceed to unscrew the bottom part of the phone. There's also a few screws that are already loose here. So, anyway, so let's remove the screw in the upper motherboard. Remove the SIM tray, and then let's proceed by trying to separate the front screen, so the LCD screen, from the main body of the phone. So I'm gonna use the best tool in the world, which is my fingernail, and I try to go all around it. You should hear pops and clicks, and that means that the separation of the screen from the main structure of the phone is working. Try to slide around it so you won't break anything. Well, let me finish by doing the bottom part of the phone. And now let's separate the flat cable that connects the upper motherboard to the lower circuitry board. We disconnect the battery cable, and then we remove the fingerprint reader. That's under the screen, fingerprint reader. We proceed to remove the front-facing camera, and then the antenna cable. Just go under and gently pry it up from the upper motherboard and the lower motherboard, or just board, I should say. So let's remove the screws of the lower board. And then we go under it, and with the tool we try to pry it up. And this board seemed to be glued pretty well in there, so be very gentle when you do this. Alright, if you need, just heat it up with the heat gun or similar. But I was too lazy here to do that, so I'm just gonna do it like this. And there's some adhesive tape there that is resisting. Okay, it's come off. So I'm just gonna put it back where it was, so we can then put the phone back together with no problems. So we continue to remove screws so that we are able to remove the main motherboard. So there you go. Let's remove the vibrator engine. That's pretty stuck in there, so you need to apply some force. Let's remove the front-facing speaker, and then we're almost done. We proceed by removing the battery. If you have some trouble, if the battery is very stuck in there, use some 95% isopropyl alcohol to soften that glue. So let's remove all the films from the new screen. And let's put this where it belongs. So some sort of insulation, circuitry insulation. So let's remove this last film, and then we're ready to reassemble the phone. So let's put the main board, the upper board. Let's put the vibrator engine in its place. And let's put the motherboard in its place. There you go. Let's mount the front-facing camera, the front-facing speaker. It all comes together really easily. And then let's start to put some screws there. Let's start with this one. And then we proceed by putting back the lower board onto our new display. Let's now connect the fingerprint sensor, which by the way is not the best in the world, not really precise, and it skips a few bits, let's say. Okay, let's screw it in, secure it in place. Okay, let's put the antenna back into its groove. Remember, the antenna cable must go on around and at the back of the screen cable. And I'm gonna just cut a few double-sided adhesive tape in order for me to have the battery glued in place. You can also use some glue, but I prefer some adhesive tape. Okay, let's put the battery back in its place. Let's connect the screen cable onto the board. It has to click into place easily, right? Now let's connect the flat cable that bridges the upper motherboard to the lower board. Now let's connect the battery. Alright, we're almost done. So let me put back this frame. Let's literally click it into place. And let's put back all the screws. Since in this phone there were a few screws missing, I had a phone, a Samsung phone laying around, so I used those screws. So it's always nice to have, to save, you know, your not working phones or your old phones for this kind of projects. So now let's test if the screen works properly. So I'm just gonna switch it on and see if all the areas around the screen of the phone work properly and if they are sensible to the touch in all its area. Let's remove this film, and it seems like it's working alright. It's a good screen, it's the original one, it's Samsung original screen replacement. Okay, so this part is very important. I'm gonna use some glue and put a tiny strip of glue all around the frame of the phone, and in every place that I see some old glue or some old tape, so to make a nice and secure fit of the back cover. Be as tidy as you can, because you don't want that glue to spread around the phone once you close the back cover. Okay, let's put the back cover back in its place. And let's put the phone under a few books or some weight so that the back cover can, you know, stick properly and sit flush into the case, into the frame of the body. Okay folks, so thanks very much for watching this video. Please let me know down in the comments below whether this video was helpful to you or whether you gained some insights or some tips to fix this phone or any other phone. So thanks again, and I will see you in the next video.